What's crafting? It's like I mean, me personally, when it comes to things like well, people, you know, they go around, they call you ninja. It's like, not that, you know what I'm saying, that you know, I'm like the Ninja Turtle Foot Clan or anything, but it's like to be considered, you know, ninja, basically it's like before you are considered ninja, you have to start to think like a ninja. What I mean by that is you know, like, even, you know, this cup of coffee right here, you know, it's good, it's warm, it tastes good, but that's a good, you also could splash that on someone's face and distract them, you know, while you get away, for instance. That's part of thinking like a ninja, you know. It's like, you know, I'm a fan of history, and especially like Indian War Chronicles, you know what I'm saying? Just like, hey, I even like, you know, the Chronicles in the Bible. Same thing. They're just chronicles. Art of War, it's a chronicle of people fighting and stuff. But in when you went to, you know, war camp training in the Apaches, instead of a bow no longer became a bow, it became a war bow, and the arrow no longer was an arrow, but it was a missile of death. And the hunting knife no longer was the hunting knife, it was the scalping knife. I mean, for instance, that's part of how thinking like a ninja works. First, you got to get in the mindset. I mean, understanding this, it's like, it's cold out here. So look, I got on this scarf right here, but if someone was, you know, attacking me with a knife or something, you know what I'm saying, the scarf turns into this tool that will potentially, you know, save your life, because you can use it as, you know, defense against a blade, potentially. I'm not saying anyone should have to do that, and it would suck if you had to do that, but if you had to do that, that's what you got to do. That's part of the ninja mindset, is you understand sometimes, hey, sometimes you got to do something. Yeah, I mean, whether it's make a decision to run away, which is always, you know, hey, if that's the right decision, that's the right decision. Which, you know, that's a part of this, you know, is effectively knowing when to not engage in a situation is a part of the ninja mindset. It's because you've already explored, you know, these type of potential possibilities in your mind before it ever even happens to you, and you just considered the possibilities and seeing the usefulness of different things and seeing them in a different light in a different situation. It's like a stick, for instance. A stick could be, you know, used as a, you know, you could poke someone in the eyes with it, but a person with a hurt leg can use the same stick as a crutch. You know what I'm saying? For instance, it's just that's seeing things. Just, you know, they got more than one potential usage. Everything's got a different potential usage. It just that's part of, you know, the mindset behind it. It even this, you know, say the scarf, you know, it's warm, so hey, it's practical, and you know, since it's winter time, you got on a scarf, I got on the hoodie, you know what I'm saying? So you're basically already partially, you know, in a concealed type of uniform, just by being in tune with the weather. it'd be very strange if you seen some guy walking down the street in a tank top right now. For instance, you'd know he must have got in a situation where he got stuck out in the cold. You know what I'm saying? You can just tell that by looking at it. It's obvious. So, in order to blend in right now, you got to blend in. You got to look normal, but at the same time, if you can, if you can just strategize the way you're gonna look, you know what I'm saying? So it just blends in. That's the true disappearing in front of people. Is not, it's not nothing supernatural necessarily. It's more of a it's a psychological gap. It's just where you got to just act so normal and natural that it doesn't make any waves. You know what I'm saying? And that's hard to do. Just because when someone acts like a zombie and emotionless, that also is an indicator that something's going on. So it's got to be natural. You know what I'm saying? It's like if you look like a sociopathic Terminator, you're made already. You know, that's so easy to telegraph. So, but then at the same time, to be overly flashy is to ask, is to invite in extra observation. You know what I'm saying? So it's like there's you got to know how to properly apply your camouflage basically out here. That's part of the ninja mindset. It's not necessarily that you're being deceptive at all. It's just you're just in tune with things that you just you can just blend in, and that's really what it's about. But it's that's why it's good to see the usefulness in things, and you'll be aware of the possibilities of where things could be concealed, because you already have that mindset. You operate in that mindset that it's not that you're even concealing anything. It's that you know how to spot it out. So by knowing it makes you good at knowing it when you see it. Like what this guy say, a fisherman sees a fisherman from afar, as so same principle here. But yet the ninja mindset is just it's deconstruction, reconstruction, all the way. And that's not people also get it confused that everything to do with kung fu has got anything to do with fighting. That's the part that some people they just miss it. Like some of it's like just being able to know how to tie knots, and that's got nothing. That's just like a stupid cowboy Boy Scout skill. That's a lot of just stupid things like that. Like with a lever, dude, you can roll a big rock by yourself. Or you take heavy things and you build simple machines to move them around. I mean, it's just, that's part of this mindset too. Is like how to move things around. And there's nothing wrong with that. These are normal life skills that some people in certain professions put them into play on a daily basis, but they're not using them in the Hollywood sense of what is a ninja thing you would do. I mean, I think people miss that. They got this. They think it's it's all kung fu fighting or something. It's not really. There's a lot of things that are, you know, they're just for a totally separate. It's about it's like, think about this in your life. How often are you really fighting with anyone? You know what I'm saying? You're not. I mean, most of your life you're really not fighting most of the time. So I mean, really, this stuff is about passing the time when you're not fighting, or even doing anything necessarily martial arts like, but you're still doing it. You know, so it's more about your whole life experience as opposed to even combat. You know, I mean, this is my understanding of it, and I think people, I mean, that's understandable if that's your thing. It's just competition fighting. You know what I'm saying? It's not really that's not really what it totally is. It's way beyond that. So that's why, you know, personally, a lot of things that I just do, I see as intertwined with my martial arts, because it's like Musashi says, that your combat stance has to be the same as your everyday stance. You know, and your spirit has to be the same in a difficult situation as it is in a great situation. So it's not just about even fighting. It's about, you know, it's more like the journey's 10,000 miles, and it's just putting one foot in front of the other. That's where it's at. That's where the ninja mindset starts, is just in recognizing what it is and then putting it into practice.